I am a major volume girl, so I'm going to show you all the things I do on my wash days to get the absolute most volume out of my fine curls. First things first, I'm going to start off by washing my hair, and I'm going to actually use a clarifying shampoo. I'm going to use the AG Renew clarifying shampoo. I tend to clarify my hair a little bit more than most people would. I find that because my hair is finer and I'm washing it maybe once, maybe twice a week, there's a lot more product buildup and the oils build up a lot quicker. For me, say at least once a week, I do clarify my hair. AG clarifying shampoo I can use a little more often without it leaving my hair being too dry or too stripped of all the oils. It gives my scalp the cleanse that it really needs, not only just for volume, but for scalp health. Some other clarifying shampoos that I really like, Bumble and Bumble Sunday shampoo and the Way Detox shampoo. Those two are like when I really need like a strip on my hair and let me give a good deep condition with it.
Starting off with my first shampoo, I always start working the shampoo at the roots. I will work to the rest of my hair as well, but always start at the roots because that's where the most product buildup is for me. Now I'm going with the second shampoo because, as you could see, the first did not lather as much. The second one lathers a little bit more, but my hair was real dirty here. Yeah, you can see it lathering through. I did have to go in a third time, which is also okay because this clarifying shampoo is quite gentle, so I felt fine doing that. And it really was able to cleanse my scalp the third time, which is what I needed. Now I'm going with conditioner. Always start my conditioner with my mids to ends, and then I finger detangle. If your hair is thicker, feel free to go in with a brush. I finger detangle, and then I work the rest of the conditioner up to my roots, and I squish to condition rather than applying a ridiculous amount to the roots to weigh it down.
Now that we are fully washed, you guys can see how much volume is already at my roots. If I had done it right side up, it probably would have given similar results, but when I flip upside down, it really makes a big difference. I was having some camera difficulties, so my hair is now half dry. I'm just gonna go ahead and be wetting it before I add my curl cream. I'm going to add my curl cream the same way I do my conditioner. I'm just adding it kind of more to my mids to end rather than directly to my roots. So whatever's kind of left on my hands, if you just emulsify it again, you'll see rather than adding a whole bunch more to the roots. Don't be afraid if you feel like you need a little bit more. Sometimes I have to add an extra pump, especially if I can feel that the back area doesn't have enough. Then I will go in specifically to the back to make sure that it is coated nicely. Otherwise the back curls are not going to turn. Now I'm going to get straight into brush styling. Sometimes I don't brush style, I will just rake everything through and then scrunch in my mousse or gel. But I need the curls to turn out, so I'm going to separate everything. Again, my hair dries super quickly. So I'm just going to make sure that the mids to ends are super wet. And then up on my roots, I still want it to be wet, but I don't want it to be dripping. Fine curls, if it's like dripping right by the root, then it tends to weigh it down. And then the roots will look flat, especially not only for fine curls, but if you have a looser curl pattern like I do, you'll also do that. Another thing that I don't always take time to do is scrunch each section. That way again, you will get that lift from the root. So I'm just re-wetting, because I really don't want any frizz on the top layer. One important thing for the brush styling is I'm kind of going up and up. So the first brush is just to make sure that there's no tangles. And now I'm going up and away from the scalp. I also section my hair off. That really helps to keep things separated because again, because I have a looser curl pattern and my curls are fine, if I do too big of clumps, then it looks like I have no hair. We don't want that. We want the separated curl clumps, but we still want definition. So I'm just lightly kind of going through what I just did, and I'm just going to do a light scrunch. I always finger roll just my bang, because I really want the bangs to kind of turn out a certain way. So I'm just going to do 3 little pieces in the front here before I add in my mousse. I was strictly a gel girly before. I still like to use gel sometimes now. I also like to layer gel, especially if I really need a long-lasting wash day. But I really have been loving the results that mousse has been giving me. I get the volume, I get the definition. It's just about finding the right mousse for your hair. I have a couple favorites. Today, I'm going with a wash day lineup that everyone chose for me on Instagram. So today I'm actually going in with the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk mousse. I've used this mousse before and it is really good, but I don't always get the longest lasting wash days, but this one gives me amazing volume. It's like super lightweight, it smells amazing. Okay, that's one side done. Before I move on to the other side, I'm actually going to add a volumizing spray. I will use a volumizing spray sometimes I'll use a foaming mousse, or there's another like root mousse that I use from AG. There are different volume products that I like to use right at my roots only. The reason for these are, I feel like I'm gonna say it a million times, but because my hair is thin, like very fine strands, when it's dry, it will feel very fluffy. Like there won't be any hold to it. Just get fluffy, frizzy. It's not gonna hold the curl. So giving the root a little bit of grit helps to kind of keep the curl and keep the volume at the root without compromising the curls themselves and without compromising definition. So I'm able to achieve both definition and volume. Now that brush styling is done, you can see how the roots are pretty lifted up off my head. I'm just gonna add my heat protectant. Now it's time to blow dry. Personally, I think the blow dry aspect is probably the most important part when it comes to volume, just because air drying will leave the roots and everything a little bit more flat than if you're blow drying, especially if you're pixie diffusing. Let me show you guys what I do. So I'm gonna start low speed, medium heat.
I always start at these settings because I go in pixie diffusing right from the get-go, and if I had it at a higher speed, my hair would just blow everywhere, and the medium heat is perfect with the Dyson for me. So I just kind of go in and pixie diffuse layer by layer on either side while it's parted in the middle still, because that's how I like to style it. Then I'll flip all the hair over to one side and do the same thing, pixie diffuse layer by layer, flip all the hair over to the other side, same thing. Then I will flip it all forward and do the exact same motions. When my hair is about 85% dry, I will increase to max speed and I'll keep medium heat, and I just kind of do the exact same motions throughout.
Now my hair is completely dry and a little crunchy from the mousse. I'm gonna go ahead and scrunch out the crunch. I'm going to use the Design Me Gloss Me Hair Serum just because I love the smell of it. How I'm gonna scrunch it out, I'm going to flip my hair forward and scrunch. I'm just coating everything and then going in and scrunching. And now I'm going to flip to one side and scrunch this way. Kind of the same way that we blow dried, we're doing the same kind of routine when we're scrunching out the crunch. I'm gonna give my roots a little bit of a shake, but not too much. We see where it's at now. A good amount of volume, but I want my roots to be more like that. My two secret weapons in order to achieve that are like a scalp serum and this dry lift. I guess it's not really a secret anymore. I've been showing this for a while that I love to do this at my root. It gives the root that grit that I was talking to you guys about, and then it just lasts all week. I actually normally do this in the mornings if I feel like the roots need a little wake me up. We're just doing it for the purpose. That's just with the scalp serum. It lifts everything up, all the layerings, like it just gives that rounded shape that I'm always after. That was the Kerastase Nutritive Supplement Scalp Serum. I also like to use the Lust Brand Scalp Serum or the Briogeo one. Honestly, any scalp serum for me works. Now I'm going in with the AG Dry Lift. Melt it into my fingertips so you're not seeing any of the product. Just applying it the exact same way. This is the final result. As you can see, I'm getting so much volume, and you guys could see from start to finish how fine and how low density my curls really are. You already know that I have a looser curl pattern, so sometimes it can be harder to achieve volume at the roots if you have this type of hair profile. So I find that whatever I've been doing has really been working. No matter the product combos, as long as I'm keeping it simple, I'm keeping my products lightweight, I'm only using two, a curl cream and a mousse, and then I'm focusing on products that will also give grit to my roots, so that way they stay lifted, they stay volumized, and they stay curled for my entire wash day. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope that you guys were able to take away all the tips. I'm gonna be making sure that I list all the products in the caption. And in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe so you're here for the next video. Bye guys.